Hello everybody, Rose here. Good afternoon. So today I'm doing a video doing a verbal recap of a lot of things that happened last night, and some of them were quite shocking. So let's start with the most shocking thing of all. The 11-second video that was released on a channel called Sam's Bar Lounge. Now, those of you that are on my channel, I don't know if you've heard about the video yet. I don't know if you've seen it. But for those of you that have not seen it or heard about it yet, anyone who's been in a DV situation before, that you're someone that you might be triggered by something that sounds like DV, I would urge you not to watch it. Because although the video itself, if it's 11 seconds long, it could be very upsetting for anyone who's been involved in any kind of DV situation. Without you having to watch the video, let me explain what you would hear. You hear Deedee in the video crying and sobbing and begging Nadar to stop whatever it is he's doing, and Nadar telling her repeatedly to shut up. I listened to the recording. It sounded very real to me. It didn't sound like play acting. It was 11 seconds, but those 11 seconds were quite shocking and upsetting, because you can tell it was definitely not fake. So when was the recording made? It would seem that it was made on April 2nd, which, if anybody remembers, that is the next day after the April Fool's Day thing that happened, where Deedee got on camera and she lied for Nadar. She said that he had been arrested and she didn't know where he was going. She didn't know what he was being arrested for. And that very same night, Nadar got on camera. Excuse me, sorry. He got on camera and said that it was just a prank to teach everybody a lesson, to not believe everything they hear. And there was a lot of outrage over that in his audience. People saying that's not funny. A lot of people were angry at Deedee and Nadar. But allegedly, this recording was made the next day on April the 2nd. The video that was released on Sam's Bar Lounge, there was no context given about what was going on or why. And it was basically released as a preview, meaning there was more. There was a lot more. The 11 seconds was shocking enough. I can't imagine what the rest of the recording sounded like. If 11 seconds was quite upsetting, I can only imagine what a longer video would do to people who might listen to it, who have been through a DV situation. And just hearing something like that, it's going to trigger a lot of people. Now, I was going to the comment section of that video to see what the people were saying. And the back and forth was quite divided. A lot of people were saying, if you had this recording and you heard someone who was in a state of distress, they're begging someone to stop, they're crying, why wouldn't you go directly to the police? Why wouldn't you send that to the police? I have to wonder that too. If you're someone and you're on the phone or FaceTime or something and you hear something like that, why wouldn't you go directly to the police? Why would you sit on it for months and months and months? Other people in the comments section were saying that Nadar needs to be exposed for the abusive, toxic person that he is. I'm someone, I've been through DV. And as someone that I've been through it, even after you release a recording of something like that months later, if that person is still living with the abusive person, if you're releasing something that explosive, wouldn't that put the person who's being abused in further danger? If the abuser has an explosive temper, which Nadar does, if they hear something like that, wouldn't that kind of send them over the edge? So I agree. The footage should have been sent to the police right away, because holding on to it and then releasing it later, if that person is still with that person, in essence, you might be putting them in further danger of being hurt, maybe even severely. Now, Chantal, on her channel, she heard about the video and she watched it on her stream, and she was shocked. She was absolutely shocked. I'm not going to play her response because she is playing the video, and I don't want anyone on my channel to be triggered in some way. If you want to go to Sam's Bar Lounge and watch the video for yourself, you can do so, but I will warn you that 11-second video is shocking and upsetting, and that's why I'm not going to show it here. I'm just not going to do it. I've been through DV. I am not going to trigger people. So she responded. Nadar and Deedee, when Nadar was doing his live stream, of course, word got back around to Nadar and Deedee pretty quickly about the video being released, about the audio being released. And the moment they heard about it, they ended the stream. And then they came back on saying that it was fake, that it was all fake. Just like they said that the audio that was released also on Sam's Bar Lounge, where Deedee was talking to someone and detailing what happened the night that Nadar, Deedee, and Chantal got together, they also said that was fake. But they were claiming that the audio of Deedee crying and begging Nadar to stop, that was fake. I listened to it. I don't think it's fake. I really don't think so. I don't think that was play acting. I think it was real. Absolutely real. That something was going on. Deedee was scared and crying and begging him to stop whatever it is he was doing. It sounded real to me. It sounded very real. But of course, Nadar and Deedee are going to say it's fake. It's play acting. Something strange that also happened last night. So one of Nadar's former mods, Jessica Messica, she's got her own channel now. And she did a previous video where she showed herself burning a shirt that belonged to Nadar, that Nadar had given her. Strangely enough, in the live stream she did last night, she wore the burned shirt. Very strange indeed. If you are denouncing somebody for things they've said or things they've done, what kind of message are you sending if you don't burn the shirt all the way and you turn around and you wear it? Is that a subliminal message that you're still showing some kind of solidarity to that person? because Nadar is not someone that I would want to associate myself with. I'm sorry, I think it's weird for someone to put on the show publicly of burning a shirt, but you're not going to burn it all the way. You're going to put it back on and do a live stream with it. That's very, very strange indeed. There's something that I would like to talk about. The whole BDSM thing. Because it's come out that Nadar fancies himself a dom. He calls himself a dom. He's running around trying to get people that he talks to sign a contract with him. Tried to do that with Chantal. Talked about that with Deedee. I'm someone that I have experience in that lifestyle. I've talked to people in that lifestyle. And can I say that my experiences, I was never abused. You want to know why? Because I dealt with people who are sincere, genuine, and real. And that lifestyle is not about abuse in any form. It's about consent. Consent is paramount in all things, whether you're a dom or a sub. If you're part of the lifestyle, consent is one of the more important things. So I hope that anyone watching Deedee, Nadar, Chantal, if you're watching them, if you know nothing about the lifestyle or the people in it, if you have no experience, please do not look at those three and think this is what the lifestyle is all about. It absolutely isn't. I think if anything is to be learned from those three, it's a lesson in what happens when you come across people who claim to be something and really aren't something, the experience you're going to have. When you come across a guy who calls himself a dom but really isn't a dom, he has no knowledge of the lifestyle, nor does he care to learn. He just puts on the title without learning what it really means. What can happen if you get involved with somebody like that? You can get hurt. You can get abused. And you'll think that's completely okay because he calls himself a dom. Real doms are not abusive. And just because you're a sub doesn't mean you have to be abused by another person. Here's a little secret. In that world, although it may look on the outside like the dom has all the power, it's actually the sub. The sub is in control because a real dom would never do anything that the sub doesn't allow and doesn't consent for. The sub is the one calling the shots. A real dom will sit down with a sub, and before they even do anything to a sub, they will have many long conversations with the sub about what's okay, what's not okay, what they like, what they don't like, if they have any existing health problems, anything that might trigger them. I mean, the conversations can go on for weeks before any physical contact happens. And even after the physical contact, during whatever it is that's going on, the sub is still in control. They have the right to say no. They have the right to say stop. And if that happens, everything stops. All that a dom does is provide a safe, consensual, secure environment for the other person to feel relaxed and be able to enjoy whatever it is that's going on without fear of any actual danger or physical harm. That's the dom's responsibility, to provide a safe, secure environment for whatever it is. I absolutely hate the fact that Deedee, Nadar, and Chantal, they have painted such an ugly picture of the BDSM lifestyle. Absolutely hate it. Because maybe now a lot of people who watch someone like Nadar, who calls himself a dom, they're going to assume all doms are like that. They're not. Absolutely not. He is a fake. He's an absolute fake. Just as Chantal, she wants to be a sub so badly, but she's not educated, nor does she want to be educated. She's not going to websites or web pages looking up information about what to do and what not to do, what is acceptable and what's not acceptable. She just wants to be claimed. That's all she cares about, is to be claimed. And all that Natter cares about is finding gullible, uneducated women, women that he can control and get money and other goods from, under the guise of, I'm a dom and I'm in control. And you got to do what I tell you to do. And you got to take care of me. He's using the whole dom title to hurt, control, and grift women. Let me stress again, that's not what a real dom is about. He's an example of what happens when you have someone who put on the title and they have no idea what they're talking about, and they run around hurting and abusing other people for their own benefit. Contract or not, a dom would never and should never hurt or abuse or manipulate a sub. Just shouldn't happen. It doesn't matter if a person calls themselves a dom or not, if they're involved in that lifestyle or not. No one has the right or the license to hurt or abuse another person. Never. So, aside from all of that, Chantal did some community posts. Yes, she did. I'm going to go ahead and show them to you right now. Let's see. Where do we start? So she had this picture of Natter. She still got her comments turned off, by the way. So she posted this comment from Ahmad for Natter, Angel Horn, saying, I have a new grandchild on the way. Being a grandma is the best thing I've ever done, along with being a mommy. Well, I will agree with you, Angel Horns, that being a grandma is fabulous. Being a mother is also fabulous. But here's what Foodie had to say about that. She says, ew, so sad. You are a grandmother. Go figure. Most in his harem are of this age. Easier to manipulate and more desperate. And you support a man who has made fun of CSA, abuses women physically, sexually, and verbally, has hurt 2 people and has been to jail, has coerced 2 women into performing intimate acts on one another by lying to them about the situation. You are a sad, sad woman, and I really hope one day your grandchildren don't meet an evil creep like him. You know, I rarely agree with Chantal, and I'm certainly not going to excuse all of her evil, rotten behavior and her evil, rotten deeds. But in this instance, I do agree with Chantal, because Angel horns, congratulations on the new grandchild, being a grandma. You're a mother, and you're supporting a guy on YouTube that has made fun of CSA, been accused of SA. He abuses and grips women. And the phone call alone, where Nadar was pushing Chantal and Deedee to be together, even though they did not want to be together, you support that? You're a mod on his channel? You support this person? Why? Why support somebody like that? I don't know if your grandchild is a male or female, but either way, would you want your grandchild to grow up and be with an abusive person like this? I don't think you would. So why support Nader? He's not a good person. You're a mod on a channel, you got a wrench, and you're actively supporting an evil person. Evil. One who might be going to jail soon. And if he's done wrong, he deserves to go to jail. Here's another post from Chantal. Foodie Beauty says, okay, blaming me for this is so ridiculous. You better STFU. God, people are morons. So what was the comment? The comment was, at this point, Chantal is enabling him to abuse women. She can break that iPad and stop him from being online saying and doing what he is and saying what he has said about children and SA. If she was done and she was a good human in anyway, she would do the right thing and break it now. She is enjoying it, saying he deserves to be in jail, but he won't do it. She is a coward. Well, I got some thoughts on that. Do I think it's weird that she's saying it's over, he's a horrible person, and she's still wearing her heart necklace, which could be a day caller, very easily be a day caller, one that she bought herself. But even if it's not a day caller, it's a necklace that she bought to remind herself of him. So why would you want to wear it? She should be taking it off. It's over. But you're right. She could break that iPad. She could stop paying for the phone service because she's still paying. She never said she cut it off. So they're not done. It's my opinion that all of this stuff going on, it's just another drama arc for all three of them to make money. If you want to know the truth, that's what I think. You know, it's kind of a twisted redemption arc in a way. Like all these things coming out. A lot of people saying Chantal was right. Chantal's vindicated. No. That doesn't excuse her bad behavior. It doesn't excuse her getting on YouTube and exposing all of us to things that we really shouldn't have seen in the first place. It doesn't excuse her getting online for months, for hours, talking about DV and triggering countless people, talking about SA, triggering people. Doesn't excuse or sweep away a lot of the things she's done and said. Not at all. But if she was done with Nader, she could brick the iPad. She could stop paying for the phone service. She could take off that necklace. She's not. That's why I'm looking sideways at the situation and saying, huh, she says she's done, but is she really? I don't think so. She even confessed the other day that she talked to him. So you're done with somebody, but you're actively calling him and he's actively taking your phone calls. That doesn't sound like you're done. That doesn't sound like you're done at all. Sounds like you guys maybe are talking behind the scenes to each other. That you found a new way to twist this story arc and make it last for a little bit longer. Although I'm not quite sure how long it's going to last because of his court date on August the 3rd. What's going to happen on August the 3rd? Everybody's waiting to see. Is he going to go to jail? Is he not going to go to jail? Nadar's walking around right now thinking that he's beat everything. That he's smarter than everybody else. That he's playing checkers, he's playing chess and we're playing checkers. He's going to beat the system again. Well, we'll see, Nadar. We will see. We'll see about that. If he has done wrong, I hope he does go to jail. And then this whole Nadar era can be completely over. Because the line got crossed a long time ago from just ordinary drama to completely upsetting, triggering drama. It's too severe. It's too much. People want it to be over. Not just because it's boring, but because it is severe and it is triggering. So that's everything that happened yesterday. Like I said, I didn't want to show the Sam's Bar Lounge video. It's short, but it's a lot. It is a lot. If you want to watch the video, I just told you the name of the channel, where it is. You can search it out. I'm sure you're going to hear about it on the other reaction channels or perhaps on Twitter. I'm just not going to show it here. I'm sure there's going to be a longer version of that video released. Depending on what's on the video, I don't know if I'm going to show it. I might just talk about it. It sounds like a video I won't be able to really react to because it's going to be too much. You know, there's ordinary drama, and then there's stuff that you expose it to people, and it's gonna trigger people. And I said before, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. When the full version of that gets released, I think I'll just do a recap, and that's it. So that's it for this recap video. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you very much for watching, and please have a good day. Bye-bye.